morning, everybody. Whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or around the world, this is Coast to Coast. What's happening, gentlemen? How you doing today?
Another Tuesday.
A shout out and happy retirement to Errol Spence. Well deserved.
All right.
Who?
Errol Spence. You may remember him from being on the receiving end of a lot of punches from Bud Crawford in his last fight before Bud Crawford fought Canelo. The other black guy who was his fate, it didn't look right after the Crawford fight. So you may not know who he really was. That was Errol Spence. He fought his last fight this weekend. It should be his last fight.
Well, I mean, it makes sense why you don't remember, right? Nelly put it out there best. 2's not a winner, 3 no one remembers.
I don't even know if he was third Saturday.
Oh, man.
Well, at least he knows his next endeavor.
Not
boxing.
Yeah, right. Speaking of guys that, are on to their next endeavor, we got Geno Smith in the news as kind of a lot for a guy that's not really doing anything. Now, you probably all remember his exploits with the Raiders, yelling at the kids' camps. This is why I make the big bucks, because, some of the parents weren't having it, and he's, popping off at them. Since he's gotten to New York, he gets a speeding ticket, yelling at a cop, "Do you know who I am?" Which immediately makes you a douche anyway. And then like if you're doing that, come on. So then he has his alleged domestic violence situation. That is ongoing. So who knows what that is. He gets pulled over again a couple of weeks ago. No ID, 70 and a 45. The video of that, the cop was being nice, right? He was just like, "Yeah, it's a beautiful car. Got to have your ID, man." Like, that is too fast for a 45, those types of things. So that one didn't blow up. But this one, again, this is just reportedly, I don't have any video or anything of this, but if it's true, it's hilarious. Is he was trying to get into a nightclub, and first off, training camps are started. Like, what are you doing? Maybe try and get better at your craft. Just saying. But in any event, he gets to the door. They're like, "Yeah, no, you can't come in." He's like, "Do you know who I am?" And they're like, "Yeah, we know who you are." And if there is video of that, send it to me. Because I haven't found it, but man, I want it. Because that is amazing. And good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Not that there's a lot to cover there, but it's a funny turn of events, because here in Seattle, he didn't have all these issues, and as soon as he left and he got some real money, you kind of found out who he was, right? Like,
well, he was always that guy. He just didn't believe it himself until he got the money.
Exactly.
So the fact that he's got all that money, he still can't get into the club.
That is hilarious. Like that's what was going through my mind. It's like, bankrolls don't impress everybody.
Well, it made me wonder, like, because it's obviously it's not a money thing.
Yeah,
it's the lack of money. Like, he's flashing the money to get in and then decided not to pay. Like, that's what I feel like happened there. Because that's like a common thing. Like, hey, we want you in here because you are a quarterback in the NFL. Yeah. Any club, real club, wants that. They want
publicity. Free publicity at that. And you're like, what? I'm going to comp some drinks. People that are here are going to bother him, so we'll give him a VIP booth or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I used to do promoting for some nightclubs, so like I get it. And It's why it's even funnier that he that he couldn't get in.
I could not picture Bo the promoter. I would have to see this live and in person.
Yeah, no. I did back when I was still playing. Yeah,
Suited up, suit and tie.
No, God, no.
That's what I was thinking, though. You'd have to be suit and tie for that. It depends on the club.
No, like it was a few different nightclubs in Seattle, but no. So I was given drinks in the VIP booth and all of that, and then I got paid based on who dropped my name at the door. So I got $5 a head for 5 different clubs downtown. If you drop my name at the door, I got paid. And so, hey, like it was a solid hustle, right? So then, you'd pop down there and you get free drinks in a VIP booth, and you're just there to kind of have a good time for the night. And then they hand you money on your way out the door. Like it really wasn't a bad deal. Other than you had to go out a lot more than I wanted to.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say you're spending a lot of time at the clubs. Yeah. So
you are.
I mean, figuring that the money that they're handing you at the end of the night, you've probably already spent.
Well, no, because I was drinking for free. But
yeah, but you're still tipping and things like that.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like it was fun. Like it was a good time. I did it for about a year, and then I was like, hey, I'm tired. I have this thing called my bed I want to hang out with. So yeah. But no, it was fun. It was fun. But no, I wasn't like the suited up at the door guy. Like I was more treated as as a player, right? So which if I had to be the stand at the door guy, there's zero chance they would have convinced me to go do that.
Yeah, I'm not the bouncer. I'm the I come in and party with me, not see me at the door.
That's exactly right.
I did it for like a month out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I mean, that would be exhausting.
And I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, Vegas is a whole different animal.
Well, especially because your stuff doesn't close. Like, at least for me, I knew that I didn't have to be there after about 1:15.
You weren't one of these guys, Bobby, were you?
Yes, he was.
I was, but I didn't do that. Now those guys, they give you a different form of entertainment.
Hey, we know exactly which cards you were handing out.
I was the wristband guy.
This is a Christian jazz station. Although it is one of the oldest professions in the world. Man.
Oh God, man, that is the greatest promotional tool, and it works every time. They flick those cards. You have to look. Like, what is that?
And I know better. I know because I've learned like a lot of it cracks me up though when you have like a guy and a girl walking down the street, they do that and the guy still takes the card. You know what I mean? Because then the reactions you see from the women that are there, it depends on how long they've been in Vegas and how many times they've been there before. Yeah. Because it's the guy who does it for the very first time and doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
And the girlfriend who takes a look at the card.
Yeah. They hand it to him upside down. They're slick with it.
That's the thing, right? So then all you get is the right. I love people watching in Vegas. Like that is my for during the day. Give me one of those outside bars so I can watch those types of things happen, especially if you got like right behind them is the two can girls that are walking. You're just like, oh man, this dude is getting messed up today. Yeah. No, Vegas is fun. Vegas is fun.
And they're getting bold now. They're getting super. Like my wife and I, we went to a comedy show on the Strip a few weeks ago, and we're leaving, and one of those girls handcuffed her.
Oh,
literally just walked up to her and handcuffed her.
Okay.
I'm like,
that's wild.
Wasn't me. I'm gone. Better you than me. I don't have to hear anything about it. But nah, yeah, just wiped her hand.
The handcuff, and what, you got to buy a picture to get unhandcuffed?
Yeah, but no, I mean, we talked.
Yeah,
to her for
right.
like
Like,
yeah,
Be like,
Yeah.
hey, I live here. I'm a
exactly. Yeah,
unhandcuff me.
it was harmless and innocent, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, it was interesting that she handcuffed the female. I thought I was like, hey, you know what, that's a good deal, because if you get
it saves her from getting in a lot of trouble. You know what I mean? It says, yeah, it's like if she handcuffs you, all you got to do, like you look like a big boy, so you look like you could be doing whatever you want to at that point. You know what I mean? Like she's likely not to be aggressive. She's gonna look at you and be like, make sure this gets off me. You know what I mean?
Not only that, but you're trying not to end up with an altercation, right? So if you do that to the guy, his wife might swing on you, and if you do it to the wife, then the husband's gonna laugh. 99% of the time.
I didn't either. I was like maybe 30 feet away. She's calling me. I'm like, what? I just happened to turn around and like, where the hell are you? I look back.
So you guys were walking in Vegas, but not really together. Like, you were by each other, but you weren't together because you didn't even notice she bounced out. Like, she could have been in the back of a van.
She could have, and we were. She was like just slight behind. You know, she usually, because the thing is, she usually follows behind me as I navigate. You know,
you're the lead blocker. You're the lead blocker.
Exactly.
No, that makes sense. Yeah,
I get that. Like I am I am really good at following the lead blocker, especially in Vegas when you got to get somewhere, because it's always up, down, cross the street, go right. Like you got to halfway go through casinos because it's a shortcut going through the casino to get around to the side door so that you can go right in front of traffic. And it's
also, you wanted to stop sweating for about 3 seconds. Like, although, you know, the train on the backside actually isn't bad.
Depending on where you're going, and she got one that connects Bellagio to like you can get down towards New York. You got another one on the other side of the street for like the Planet Hollywood side. It goes pretty much all the way down the strip.
Yeah. Now there is some ways to skip some of it once you've already walked the strip 500 times. You're like, okay, you know what? let me not walk this again today.
Yeah. But lately I've just become not a cheap guy now. I just valet everywhere now.
No, that
much easier. Much easier.
Yeah, and once they get to know you, it doesn't cost really much as long as you're tipping them right.
Yeah, just tip the guys. Yeah. Take care of the guys. You can get it. No, anybody ever going to hey, take care of your people. If you want something, don't ask without the good old fashioned.
Hey, you need the green
loaded handshake. Yeah.
And Lon, and let me let you know, $20 is the smallest. Don't try a 5. A 5 is not going to cut it. You got to go with a 20. Listen, if you're going to be in Vegas and you want to be a baller, you got to deals in 20s and 100s.
Yeah.
You could play with 50s. The problem with 50s is that they'll look at you kind of funny.
Yeah.
Because like, nobody deals in 50s. It's 20s and 100s.
Yeah.
You know, 50s means that you thought about it and you thought about giving them half. And they know that. That's why don't deal in 50s, 20s, and 100s. You get a lot more just by giving the 100. Don't worry about the other half of that 50.
There you go.
Night at the Roxbury. Look, my friend Washington.
Absolutely. And hey, we got it down to the point now. We as soon as you put it in our hand, we got to look at it. We already know whether you're an okay person, a good person, or a cheapo. So we're
$5. We got Lincoln coming your way.
$5 gets you nothing anymore in Vegas. No. Nothing.
It's gonna get you. I'll see what I can do. That's
yeah. You know what I see? I see that $5 in my pocket. You need to give me more money. That's what I see. You know, yeah, like I said, it's and the other thing you could do in Vegas that you can't really do. You're starting to do it in certain places now. Is you could go to and get a candy rush. I am a candy guy. I love candy. I love going into those candy stores where you got walls of stuff that you could just put your bag underneath, hit the lever, and it's
Yeah.
going to fill the bag up. And then you just put it on the scale. And it's like, I could do that all day long. I'll go in there, and then you want to talk about needing 100. It's like it's terrible for me because I'll blow through $100 in candy. And then the worst part about it is before I leave, I got to go do it again because I already ate all that candy.
Now I'm with you there. So I'm not a desserts guy, like cookies and cake, and like I don't really care about any of that. But I will roll through candy, and no question.
And I'm like I love runts. Yeah. So and if they got all the bananas, just the bananas alone, I'll sit there and fill up bags of them bananas.
That's the one runt that I'm like, yeah, like I'm straight. I don't need that. Like those ones are funny though, because you either love them or you don't really care for them.
That's true.
I don't know anybody that's like in the middle there, because I know a couple of people that are like super about the banana ones, and anytime I would get them, I'd be like, oh, here's all my bananas, because I was literally going to throw them away. Yeah, Red Hots are always good.
Red Hot.
Yeah. So I have a coffee bar thing set up in my house, right? And the top of it is candy jars.
Okay.
So yeah, I get it. It was funny though, because my wife's niece was here, and we had to fill these jars like a few times in the I think she was in town for 5 weeks. She was staying with us for like 4 of them, and between my wife and her, it was like someone was always sneaking into the candy jars. It's like, man, you guys are rolling through this stuff.
I can't listen. If there's a bag of open Swedish fish, that bag is empty.
Yeah, no question.
That's a thing.
No, my weakness is the peach rings.
Oh yeah, peach rings are solid.
Like, I am not a peach fan.
Okay.
And I understand why people love them, and there's a lot of people that love them. You know what I mean? Especially because it's like half gummy, half of the cream gummy. Like it's like the white gummy, which is
not those. The Haribo's, they're straight gummy, just gummy and sugar.
Well, it's the two layers. It's the two different kinds of gummy, right? And then it's got the kind of soury sugar on the top. Oh, it's just the one color.
No, not the Haribo. The Haribo's are just straight gummy and sugar. They are addictive. Okay. They should be banned in everywhere.
I'm a Sour Patch Kid. Like I can absolutely roll through those because I like sour candy, and so I
will also do Sour Patch Kids. I like the sugar on that. That's the right type of sour. I've had other types of sour that I'm not fan of. Yeah.
So on that note, I remember they don't even sell these anymore because they were so ridiculously sour. They sell a version of it today, but it's not the same. I believe they were called Crybabies, and it was a ball about, they were like 3/4 of an inch or something like that. And it was the most sour thing I think I've ever tasted. Like you were immediately like, oh, and had to pull it out of your mouth. Like, and I love sour stuff. And I was just like, man, I can't do it.
That's like over sour. You're like,
oh yeah.
And it would show you the face that you were about to make on the box.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. It was the 80s Budweiser bitter beer face. Like that's exactly what you were doing.
But yeah, you get, they have those stores everywhere on the strip. And I stop in every single one of those candy places. I just cannot help myself. And, it's like if I've got $10, I'd be like, that could be the last $10 I own in my life. And I want to go get a drink from that one place down on the strip, like just off of the strip where it's like, hey, we're going to give you a triple for $5. And, you could double it up. You could leave with 2 of them. I'm blowing my money on candy.
I mean, you're throwing it away in Vegas anyway, right? So you might as well get stuff you want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So speaking of, and that comment, Belgium, that's another chocolate in Belgium.
Yeah. Well, I mean, see, then you start thinking about Toblerone. You know, that's a whole different thing. And you know, Switzerland chocolate. Like if you ever have like Swiss chocolate, like some of that's really good. Like it's so much different than the chocolate made in
for sure.
Yes.
In the United States.
I mean, I don't like chocolate in general, but regardless of where it's from, but it is wildly different from other places.
Yes. Yeah. Something about there's a couple of ingredients that they put in the chocolate here that if it was by itself, it's like the worst thing in the world. Like if it took that out of the chocolate, you're like, why do you guys put this in here? It's like,
yeah.
But
and you have to say this because you're in Belgium. You can't just be like, ours is trash. Like you can't do that.
And on the next episode of Botox Candy.
Right, exactly. I mean, this took a weird turn, but you know, at the end of the day, where did you think a Geno Smith topic was really going to take you?
I don't know.
Well, at least they'll still let him into that store.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So Bobby, because you are just this is the first time we get to talk to you about this. Let's go bring it back to sports for a second. Your thoughts on the choice of the King?
Man, good on you. If that's what you want to do it. Like I it's where you want to play. You want to play. It makes sense from a basketball standpoint. Like,
yeah, you want to go win a ring?
To me, there were only two logical choices from a basketball standpoint. It was Cleveland. It was Philly. Miami didn't make a lot of sense to me. Minnesota, I don't even know how that came up. Of course, you know, from the quote unquote the legacy standpoint, like you can't go to San Antonio, you can't go to a OKC, a New York, you know, so it literally left Philly in Cleveland. So, and I mean, I don't blame them. Who do you trust more currently in a playoff game, Tyrese Maxey or James Harden? Who do you trust more right now in a playoff game, Jaylen Brown or Donovan Mitchell? You know, I probably trust Evan Mobley right now more than Joel Embiid, but the other two is just such a gap right now. Can't blame him. And then what goes under the radar is the Anthony Simon signing. So you got another 20-point guy coming off the bench. Oh, by the way, he's played with your now number one. Yeah, coming from Boston. So it'd be interesting to see how they fill out the rest of the roster.
Yeah, and he is still good enough to make a difference for sure.
Yeah. Like he's not going to go in there to average 8 points a game. Like LeBron James is still a top 20 player. It's like at worst.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Probably like a top 20 player.
Yeah,
you're not going to. That's
just without thinking about it.
You're not going to have him for 40 minutes a game. He's going to play like 28 minutes a game.
Yeah, and play about 60 games. You want him for the last 16 games of the season.
Exactly.
Which are hopefully in the playoffs. So same with Embiid.
I was looking at something yesterday that ESPN showed. They showed 5 names that are unrestricted free agents currently. Yeah, so I will tell you that Harden was on that list. No, that's a no. Russell Westbrook was on that list. No, but there was a name on that list that intrigued me enough, and Draymond Green. Now, understanding that LeBron just came here for $8 million for 2 years, that using that as the line in the sand, would you go after Draymond Green to try to put him on your bench and make him the number 7 or 8 guy? I feel like that the one problem that these Sixers have right now still is a bench. They don't have the bench. at all, and that they have a good starting five that when they are healthy, you for 26 minutes a game, you have a good team. It's when you start to get into the bench area that I start to question whether it's worth it or not. You're like, where are you going to come up with some people? And that they got, they may have a sixth guy, and I know they got the rookie Phylon who could maybe be number 7 on the list, but I feel like that the reason why the Knicks won the championship was because they were using 9 to 10 guys a night. And whether they were playing 14 minutes in the number 9 and 10 spot, or they're playing 20 minutes in the 7 and 6, 7, and 8 spot.
Yeah.
The fact that you were able to rotate guys in and out of there and they were fresher for longer, you're going to need that. And especially because of the age and the hospital sign that comes with some of these players.
Right.
You're going to need to extend them by bringing people in.
Yeah. And yes, it is a little bit of a problem when you figure a 40-year-old guy is still a top 20. That does give you a little bit of you're not excited about the league, right?
I don't know. That just shows how great that 41-year-old is.
No. He's phenomenal. But at the same time, it means the younger talent isn't there yet.
Right.
Yeah. I'm on the other side of that coin. I mean, we've only seen this, maybe 2 other times. You go Kareem. And you go, hell, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
There's not many times where somebody even Jordan at 40 years old was horrible. You
definitely weren't thinking of him in the same light you're thinking of LeBron.
Yeah, right. No, he had moments at that time, whereas LeBron is consistent.
Yeah.
Right. And really, he only ever had those moments when he was playing against Kobe. The elite in the league, he would elevate his games for those people specific. But when you remember him as a Wizard, he was horrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wasn't Michael Jordan, and it was that was, the 2 years that he shouldn't have played anymore.
Yeah. I mean, the team around him was ridiculously bad too, but
right. Well, I mean, but he was Michael Jordan still, you know what I mean? He was supposed to elevate all of that, and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that realistically, when all was said and done, the only choice there was to make was Philadelphia. Only because, only because you could say whatever you want. He didn't go to a championship team and help them win more championships. This team has been stuck in the second round of the playoffs forever. So that is a legacy move. If he was to get them over the second round and into the finals, all of a sudden that goes on your legacy. Sure. You could say you had Embiid, you have all these other players. All these other players couldn't do it without you.
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't have the same feel as if he would have gone to Golden State, right? Because then all of a sudden you get that same issue that KD had.
Yeah.
Now, can you say that maybe they wouldn't have won those without KD? Sure. But they won one without him. And so that narrative is always there. They're like, oh yeah, you went to a 72-win team. Woo. Yeah, of course you won. Right. Similarly, I think if even though they're removed from their championship runs, I think the narrative still would have been there had he gone to Golden State. So to your point, this is a great spot for him because it's a team that hasn't been able to get over the hump. He might be the difference to make that happen.
Yeah. He can still be the finals MVP and it would be no question that he either led or had a big role to play in them winning the championship.
For sure. Especially because
I mean,
Embiid's going to be
let's
hurt for
face
half
it.
the year.
Let's face it. If the Sixers win this year,
Mhm.
and even if Embiid plays 70 games and has 35 and 15, they're still going to say it's LeBron's fault.
Yeah, it's LeBron's
So-
leadership. He taught Embiid how to take care of his body.
Right.
And
Right. That's because so ultimately, I mean, that's going to be the narrative now. And listen, and I say this all the time. You win a championship in Philadelphia, we build you a statue.
Yeah.
So
it couldn't be this big, but
But the pillar is going to be like 10 feet tall.
and listen, we were just trying to do life size of Allen Iverson.
hey, for David, like Kareem, it wasn't that he was top tier. Kareem, in his age 41 season, he still averaged 10 points, 5 rebounds a game, shooting damn near 50%. Made an all-star team because he was Kareem.
Exactly.
But yeah, he was productive. He wasn't just on the team just because.
Yeah, I mean, unless Embiid was going off or something, yeah. Like LeBron would have to play really poorly to not win.
I mean, when I think about LeBron, he's starting to get into the level of Wilt Chamberlain. And what I mean by that is Wilt Chamberlain was considered returning to the NBA at 48 years of age. Like he didn't come back, but ultimately there was a chance that he could have, and he probably still would have been like a dominant force at 48 years of age. So when I think about like 40 years old, and that's not old, it really isn't. Like I'm 53 years old, and I will say that not that I'm in the best shape of my life here, but I am still fairly active for 53. That's not the way it used to be. At 53, you were old and you were done playing sports. You were like, you weren't even playing men's leagues.
Right.
The world has changed tremendously.
Well, that's an understatement because when you think of a show like the Golden Girls, they were all younger than we are today.
Yeah, it's what was it? Even in that movie Cocoon, where the guy in the old folks home, he was 49. He was 49 years of age.
Yeah.
So I mean, it really is a whole different world, and the way that we can take care of our bodies and the types of science that goes behind the nutrition.
For sure.
That's all the things that I think of when it comes to, hey, this is, this could go on. He could, after this 2 years, could he sign for another 2 years?
No,
I think I think that'll be it.
Yeah.
Especially if what we were talking about before, if he wants to get into the ownership group in Vegas, he would have to walk away in time for that.
Yeah.
If he wants to. That's if he wants to.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's fast forward and say, okay, they win back-to-back championships.
Hey, Spence showing some love.
There you go.
It's actually a body double. He's not even doing it anymore.
Hey, there's a reason why I shave all this. I look like Paulie Walnuts. But I mean, ultimately, it's like looking into the future and say, okay, again, I'm throwing a scenario out there. I'm not expecting us to do this. They win back-to-back championships.
Then he probably comes back. Like you try to three-peat, right? You go until you fail, or do you say, "Hey, I ride out on top"?
If he were to win 2 more, because that'd be 6.
Well, yeah. So then he almost has to come back to try and get a 7.
No, Nah, you're content then. You're six with every single record that exists that probably will never be caught. Yeah, I'm good. Because
I
then
hear
what
you.
scoring title, the scoring records, what at that point, 55,000.
Probably.
Yeah. But I look at it also as when you're out, you're out. You don't come back.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
You know what
especially
I
at
mean?
that point.
I mean, he's at the age now that the moment that he's out, he's done. You know, it's like you know, unless he starts and he's got the money to, unless he starts the old folk league, you know, the old NBA, you know
The
what I mean?
alumni game.
There you go.
The archived players of the NBA. You know what I mean? And like do something like that with a 3-on-3, which probably would also be like you could probably do that in a real sense. You know what I mean? But again,
I mean, you have fun with it. Your halftime show is Guess Birdman's Tat. And
but
man.
either way, it's like I said, it's interesting to me on the hoopla that's come with this, the
Mhm.
interest that's come with this, the amount of external business
Mhm.
that's being done right now to position themselves in Philadelphia that have nothing to do with LeBron, that's caused because of LeBron.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's very interesting to think about some of the things that are occurring
Oh yeah.
just because he chose to play basketball here for 2 years.
Yeah. Well, the financial effect is massive. I mean, downtown Cleveland was a super roller coaster. I mean, when he got drafted, when he decided to leave, and then when he came back. So,
The flats.
yeah, everywhere, every single area downtown, West 6th Street, like there's yeah. So yeah, it's a great time to invest in cheesesteaks. Great time.
You know, I wish I could do that. I wish I could be invest in the cheesesteaks. I mean, we got Skinny Joey that did it, so if he can do it, anybody can. I don't mean that. Not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
But
Is that the most difficult industry to break into? Restaurant?
no, because good food, if you make good food, you will have people come to you. That's a firm belief. Like it's like it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Yeah, it does. You know, in fact, you could have this shack that's in the middle of nowhere.
Sure.
And if people think that that is the best place to get something, all of a sudden people start to travel to go get that something.
Yeah.
And
Fair.
that's a real statement, I think, across the board. You know, like if you
That's fair.
do something well, you're gonna be able to serve that food. And that's what I feel like restaurants don't understand.
Mhm.
You know, like if I ever owned a bar, and I say this all the time. I would love to own a bar. I would have like 3 or 4 things on my menu. Those
Mhm.
3 or 4 things would be the best things that that I could ever make,
Yeah.
and that's it. I don't want to do anything else. You're coming to eat those. That's it. End of story. You know, and we're going to be known for the best of this.
Yeah.
You know, when I had that conversation with the owner of the bar downstairs, he's kind of taken that into consideration, and he's got a menu that only has 6 things on it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
You know what I mean? And he does those 6 things really well.
Now, so there used to be this little Italian restaurant. It's gone now, but the guy moved here from I forget exactly where in Italy he was. But you walk in and there's like 6 tables, no menus. He comes out and he talks to you, like has a normal conversation, things you like, whatever. And then he just makes you something. And it was the most ridiculous food ever. Like it was so good, really expensive, but tasted amazing. And yeah, it was like 6 tables. Dude was never
Yeah.
slow. Like
Yeah, you never got in. You could never get into those
Yeah.
tables. Like that's the thing. You had to plan 2 months in advance to schedule an appointment because that's what it is. You
Yeah.
have an appointment with a food doctor.
pretty much.
That's how that works. You know,
Yeah,
like
no,
because
it's phenomenal.
real restaurants operate that way. Like real true restaurants, you are setting up an appointment with a food doctor, and that food doctor knows how to prepare the food. Like
Well,
that's
high-end restaurants.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and say that because I don't know that that's true if you're rolling into a Taco Bell, but
no, exactly. You're not making an appointment to go to Taco Bell. You're driving through.
I mean, you're making an appointment after Taco
Oh,
Bell.
man. You're making an appointment. As soon as you decide to say, you know what, I'm going out for a drink tonight, you've made your appointment for Taco Bell later on. You just don't know it.
See, that's true. That's true. Especially if it's late.
Yeah. Apologies to the listener. I can't help the random thoughts that pop in my head while talking sports.
Intrusive thoughts winning every day.
I tell you, and this episode is brought to you by the Food Network.
So I'm going to go with there's a general theme here today. We're all hungry. Yeah.
It's just a LeBron effect, but there's not an industry in downtown Philadelphia that is not about to experience a boom.
Sure. Yeah.
I agree. And interestingly enough, because they are about to build a new stadium, with all these other things, it's like I liken this to when the Phillies brought in Jim Thome. He was a little past his prime.
Cleveland to the rescue again.
But he exactly. That's funny is that it's both Clevelands. But they brought Jim Thome and then they brought Charlie Manuel. And that's the transition from Veterans Stadium into the new stadium. This is going to be he's going to be the transition from the Xfinity Mobile Arena to whatever this new arena is called.
Right.
And it's a whole new complex that's going to be built in the process of this. There's going to be a total, when all is said and done, I think somewhere in the area of $5 billion. That
for the whole complex.
Well, I think that ultimately you're going to see a new Lincoln Financial Field.
Okay.
So I'm saying that, yes, it's going to be like $1 billion put in for the new arena that's coming in. That's only going to hold like 20-some thousand people. And then ultimately, in 6 years or 5 years, you're going to see the Dome in Philadelphia come.
I got you.
They are going to figure it out. They are going to have a Super Bowl in Philadelphia here by 2035.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going for a dome, it's because you want a Super Bowl.
That's what's going to happen. And I am saying right now, Philadelphia has its first Super Bowl in the year 2035. Now they won't dome the link. The one thing that I have learned about Jeffrey Lurie is that he likes doing things ahead of the curve. The link, when he built the link, it was originally the only green stadium. Like it was literally, he had windmills on the top and he's got solar panels on the side. And the problem was it was creating too much energy going into the system. And that's why he had to take the windmills down. The solar panels were making too much electricity on their own. But it's still one of the only green stadiums that has a very small carbon footprint in the grand scheme of things of using electricity, because it uses most of its own electricity. This will have, like, I have a feeling that you could see like the seats in front of you having small little displays of, like, so you could see replays and things like that. Like my thought is that and I'm talking in the money sections. Like that's what you're going to see. You're not going
Right.
to see that up in the 200 level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what they're going to have the big screens for. But like you're going to have, like you're going to be able to plug your phone in to the seat right there. You know, like he's going to have all of the amenities that you could possibly want into a dome. And you know, it's like I think it's going to be state of the art. And like he wants to build it so that all the other domes being built forward from that are thought about with these amenities.
Oh yeah, I mean, right now, what Allegiant is still the newest stadium, and they got all that. They got the little, charging pads on the armrest of the, those seats. I think most of those seats are like damn near recliners. They're plush. Even got a bar up. If you've seen Allegiant, the torch that they built up there, there's a standing room bar with all, charge your phone. It's actually probably the best spot to watch the game from the whole stadium. But yeah, so every stadium going forward will have to top that. So
yeah,
right.
I mean, that's always the thing, right? It's like a quarterback contract. Like you get the next one has to be bigger every time. So,
but so I see it. I see the writing on the wall. I already know. Like I have an idea on where they're going to put it. I have an idea on. There's a big deal. Like so, the Navy Yard, the Philadelphia Navy Yard, is actually very close to the sports complex. But the biggest problem that they have is that one of the largest rail lines in the world converge in that area in Philadelphia, and it's federal land. You can't cross it.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to figure out their way around that. And my thought is that they're going to wind up going underground, and that once they figure that part out and you can connect the Navy Yard with the sports complex without having to go over the tracks, and you can go under the tracks or wherever they're going to try to figure out how to do it, you will then have a whole city that's built on the Delaware in the old Navy Yard. And they're starting to do it now. They're starting to figure all that stuff out now. Places that were barracks for, guys on ships are now becoming luxury hotels and things of that nature. And talking about speakeasies and things like that they're creating, like to give an old time feel for a place that's been underutilized now for decades.
That's cool.
Yeah, I wish I had $1 billion. I could just start to play in that game, but
yeah, for some reasons. I don't even know if I'd mess with it with $1 billion. I think I would, just be cruising around on a yacht somewhere. Like
you're saying the fight would be out of you if I had $1 billion, the fight would be out of me.
Yeah, like I would do some stuff, but because I want to,
I think the problem with billionaires is that they want more billions.
Sure.
They don't lose that fight. So I got to imagine I would be in that same group. Yeah, it wasn't on mine either. Wasn't on mine either, but it really,
I mean, I guess I can't even say that, truthfully, because once you have that money, you'll have opportunities that you don't even know about without it. Right. Yeah. So I probably would still do stuff just because mentally I wouldn't be able to just not do anything. But but yeah, I don't know what it would be. That's for sure.
Can you say that until you have the absolute ability to say no to everything?
Yeah, but see, I don't think you do. Like for probably the first couple of years you do, right? You probably do a lot of travel and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, so like I did that and now what? Now what do we do? So yeah, $1 billion
things
What's that?
Now you get into all those things, and people say, "I would never do anything." That becomes your life because you've done
100%.
everything.
Yeah.
Listen, the more money you have, the more ways there are to
Lose
your life. You know what I mean?
Yes.
No doubt.
Yes.
That's what I have learned is like, hey, yeah, like I'm gonna learn how to fly a plane. You know what? I'm not gonna learn how to fly a plane until I have $1 million.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of times because you can't, because you got to rent the aircraft and fuel and all that. Like
All the money that comes with that, right? Correct.
Like I would love to learn how to fly a helicopter. I think that'd be awesome. At the same time, that is a ton of money.
Well, you know, and it's funny that you say that because ultimately it was told, I was, said that that LeBron is going to live in New York
Yeah,
and helicopter back and forth to Philadelphia.
sure.
And I'm like, okay.
I mean, that's what Kobe
I mean,
did.
not for nothing.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Now, it went wrong,
That's
but-
what Kobe did.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's not the way I want to think about that, but
Right.
Well, you don't want to think of
Ultimately-
the end part of it, but I mean, just as far
the,
as
the logistics.
yeah.
It makes sense.
right. And so, like, and do you want to live in New York City? Is that what you're doing? You're gonna buy you're gonna buy something on the top of Trump Tower? Well, it definitely won't be Trump Tower because I know him and Trump are not the best of friends. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, but I mean, ultimately, is that what you're doing? So that, hey, I gotta get to the game. So let me go run outside and jump in my helicopter and head on down.
Yeah.
Because what happens if it's really windy that day?
I guess you missed the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's load managing that game. Like
Yeah.
I mean, we're sort of like we are, but we're also just playing around with how much
That and Red Hots and Brunts.
Yeah.
and other random food. Late night Taco Bell. I mean, you've had it all in this show. You've had it all in this show.
I tell you.
Bo, the club promoter. That's the biggie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's just some of those stories you just don't think about until they there's a reason for them to pop out, and you're like, oh yeah, no, I did a thing.
Yeah. Speaking of doing things, like last night, so every Monday night they have a comedy show.
Okay.
Like it's like an amateur comedy show, and anybody open mic comedy. So every once in a while, I go up there. So this was one of those times I went up there, and I've learned that being slightly famous doesn't make you funny
No.
at all.
Yeah.
Like you have to work on being funny.
That's a good lesson.
Comedians work really hard at it, and it's like you think that telling a story, like when you listen to some of these comedians tell these stories, they have done this because they have worked on that craft for a very long time.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Where when you go up there and you think that you could do it, and I'm very good at commanding a room. I can command a room pretty quickly.
Sure.
But just because you think something is funny,
Mhm.
Doesn't mean anyone else will.
yeah. And most times I am not somebody who laughs out loud. I'm not like it's gotta be ridiculously stupid funny. Like
Right.
I have such a bad sense of humor. Farts are funny to me. You know what I mean? Like that's
Fair
funny to me. That's a laugh out loud to me. Everything
Yeah.
else is just like, yeah, ha, ha, ha. You know what I mean? Like type of thing. I'm not an outward laugher. It's even worse when you go up there. And it's funny when you know that you're failing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's like I did my 5-minute set, I'm like, yep, that wasn't funny.
You embrace the suck at that point, right? Like,
That's because that becomes funny.
yeah.
When you realize that you're sucking, it's just like, yep, this one pooped the bed. You know what I mean? So I it's funny because I talked to my neighbor who's also an influencer, and I said, hey, I'm doing this. He's like, he was streaming all night, so he didn't see it. He goes, well, how did you do? I said, yeah, I sucked.
It was awful.
And
Yeah.
all he did was ha 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 ha. He's like, that must have been your funniest joke all night.
Right? It was definitely the biggest laugh I got. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
So-
speaking of pooping the bed, to do one actual sports thing before we get out of here, Vita Vea requesting a trade out of Tampa Bay. They couldn't get the contract settled. I think they owe him 13 mil for this coming year. He wants out. So that's kind of interesting. Where do you guys think he would go? Again, he's in his final year anyway, so it's not like you're necessarily going to try and give up a ton to go get him, unless you're a team that thinks you're going to be able to keep it.
Cleveland. And it's like I'm not even actually being a homer. Like,
Okay.
like we have a need. One of our D linemen is probably going to start the season on the PUP list. We have 11 draft picks, so we can offer, a mid-round pick, and whether it's a year deal or they decide to keep him, like it's worth the risk. To have a veteran like him play next to Mason Graham.
You think you get him for something as low as a mid-round pick?
Yeah. I mean, he's up there. Then it's not like he's like in his prime. He's on the back end.
31, something like that.
Yeah, he's on the back end. And if you're Tampa, you probably want the situation just resolved. You just have him to the Rams. Pretty much. That's the other location.
You can go to Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, he's not going to the Rams, but
If the Rams picked him up, then that means Aaron Donald's not coming.
And if he does still go, like, just give him the ring. Like, just that'd be the most ridiculous attack ever.
Pretty much.
Unless people got hurt, it'd be tough to score.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
If they
Shout out to the Cardinals.
If they got Vita and Aaron Donald with Myles Garrett,
yeah,
McDuffie, that defense would be insane.
Yeah, all right.
As soon as you play a game of Madden and you see the other dude pick the Rams, you're just quitting.
Well, especially in Madden, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, those video games are a little bit skewed, right? All of a sudden, it makes you think of Tecmo Bowl with Bo Jackson. You just straight run away from everybody. You do that stupid little sweep to the right, and it's a touchdown every time.
Yeah.
So,
shout out to Jacoby Brissett, who finally got paid.
Yeah, they finally brought him in, got some money. It's they didn't get better, right?
But to me, it was like a matter of print. The dude, he was an ass robber. He just wanted the minimum of what a starter should get. Give me $20 million. That's all I'm asking for. And it's like to make him struggle and go through a whole process just for freaking $20 million.
Well, I think it was because they didn't even need to. Like he won one game for them. He played all right, but he won one game. And you had Minshew in the building. He can win as many games as Brissett can win. So did you really need to? Probably not really.
Yes, because other players are still watching your movements. And how you treat the guy matters.
True.
Yeah, it's like, hey, listen, it's the problem is that they made him dance.
Yeah.
And everybody is seeing the dance. They're not seeing the final. They're not going to see the final result. And if they paid him more than they were supposed to because of it, then that's one thing. Hey, we made you dance, and because you danced, we gave you more money. That's not what happened here. They made him dance, and they still gave him, the minimum amount of what.
Yeah.
So.
That does get us to the top of the show. If you've been watching along, be sure to like and subscribe. Helps us bring our stuff to you. And of course, if you are listening on 97.3 ICU Radio, we got some smooth jazz headed your way. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow. Bobby, we'll see you next week. Take it easy, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Peace.